find it a little bit funny that I'm doing the beginning of the HVAC stuff. I've marked out the registers so far, and I'm getting ready to drill into the corners and then use the jigsaw to cut out the vent holes.
Upstairs in the laundry room, we're gonna have the air handler, which moves the air through the ductwork, forcing the air down. And the trunk line is gonna be right here. That's gonna distribute the air to all the branches. And this trunk line here, this is the first piece we're putting in. This hole matches the size of the one I cut in the floor, and the air handler is gonna go above. There's gonna be some ductwork to adapt to it. It'll go down in here and then go that way. So I'm going to cut this out, bend some flanges up so I can adapt the plenum to it. These are top takeoffs, but I've heard them called Scotties, so that's what I call them. They just take the air coming through the trunk and then distribute it down the branches, which then go to the boots. These have a bunch of little tabs in them. They have to bend, as you can see in there. You bend them over, usually from inside here, and that holds it in place. And the whole thing can swivel whatever direction you need it to go.
Where two pipes come together, you have to tape the seams so you don't have any air leakage, where you don't want air.
So this is a reducer to go from a bigger duct to a smaller duct. This is the end of the run. It'd go from like this duct down to that duct. That way the pressure stays constant through the ductwork. We've got two runs that are in the same line and both of them don't need much air. So I did a little saddle tap looking thing. Cut this open. And this goes over it. And then we'll screw that down, tape it. Bing, bang, bong.
A full semi came to bring our heating to us.
We just got the unit in and I'm unboxing it and converting it to downflow configuration to fit our use here. So I just need to pull this coil out, flip it 180 degrees and put it back in. So I cut all the wire ties holding that together, give me some slack to flip this. But this is one of those new coils that has R32 and it's all painted blue. I'm not entirely sure why. It has a refrigerant sensor there to shut off if there's a leak, because it's flammable. And then, yeah, kind of weird looking.
We've successfully flipped it, now just to put it back together with this orientation. Got the units all set. Once again, a little bit out of order, but we had to put in the drywall in our laundry room because our furnace is going to sit right here. And so to be able to get the drywall behind it, it needed to go in now. Everything's still accessible from the backside though, so we can still get to things if we need to.
There's the trunk line. And we had to stick it between two floor joists. And then
stinky.
Our air handler has an outlet this size and that orientation. So I had to make this plenum thing. And there was no way to make it with any straight lines. Every side of it's angled, so I had to design it in CAD, make a flat pattern, and then cut it all out. And it might fit.
Moment of truth.
You want me to fit it right now?
Oh, I don't know.
It's going to take a lot of work.
It looks so good.
We are in. Boom, boom.
What is it,
It's
Beebs?
a toaster.
It's not a toaster.
That doesn't quite look like it fits in here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, it fits in there.
Okay.
Okay, this is the backup electric heat strip. It's just a toaster. It's a giant hair dryer. Tra-la-la.
Partially dismantled so that way he can shove it in. We're finally setting the unit. One of the many.
The unit.
The absolute unit.
My hand on the screw when it hurt. She was trying to go in crooked. It won't definitely fit.
Fingers are sliding. Can we sit down?
We have to sit down.
Oh my head.
You can't be there.
Oh no. This is the thermostat wire. Should you be here to lift up? And I be over there to line up?
I don't want to get no dirt on me.
Oh, this seems stressful. Can I like help you? How do you do this by yourself? Oh my gosh, it's parallelogramming. Okay, well, it's messed up. It's real messed up.
Yes, straight up, you're gonna readjust it. Okay, coming back down.
Okay,
What?
I don't know.
You want me to lift it back up?
Yeah. Okay, well the bottom, it's very not in place. Maybe I gotta try to lift. This is questionable, but I'm not being successful down here. So far unsuccessful. Oh, sheesh. You're really going for it. So am I like hauling on this while you like lift it up?
No. Coming down with some speed. My finger's like,
You're sweaty.
I can't lift it.
Hello? Dude, I'm thinking our best bet is you lift it and I pull on this. It's just rotating. I think I can take it. If you just let it out and hold onto this. You ready? You know how much to pull though. There's a shifting. Ready? Oh my god.
Huh?
Oh my god. What the heck? It didn't even go up. I thought I was doing work. Okay, we had it up there. Can we get it up there again?
Just gotten too sweaty.
I'm not. I'm just weak. Okay. Literally holding.
Hold it back down.
Ooh, my hands. My little fingies.
Sorry. Fool's errand.
What else are we supposed to do?
Oh.
10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Oh no.
We are trying to get this in the S-lock. It's problematic. We spent like 2 or 3 hours just setting that up there, and it's not even done. So we still gotta run the line set and make a little stand for it and do the returns. We're very not close to being done with it yet. But hey, at least it's up there.
It's true. It is up there.
For some reason, Aaron bought a small and a large line set together, but we need the small one to also be insulated. So I'm about to cut that off, and then I'll put them both through this hole that he drilled earlier. And then they'll go around our ductwork and up through that hole to the unit.
This is a weird sleeve thingy.
We're getting it hooked up, but we don't have all the thermostat wires to make it actually work. Sad. Since the unit's sort of floating on the plenum, Aaron built this little box, and he's also going to strap it up with a tiny little bit of pipe strap to a stud, making it impossible to take out, but also it won't fall over.
Yours. Poking my head, not foot.
If you did not know, and you have an AC unit, your house has things called line sets.
It's a copper pipe with refrigerant that runs through it. Ah! There's no more for me to take?
Into housing. They get too hot to be cold and the cold to be hot. They connect your indoor and outdoor units. And they're not the easiest things to run. And we have to run a whole lot of them here. The line set is partially in place.
Ain't that okay?
I'm going to start working on installing the disconnect for this unit. So hopefully we can get it running sooner rather than later. Although the line set isn't even connected yet, so it's going to be a while. I got the wire run out of the disconnect box. There's still like the whip and stuff I have to put in, but progress. We're gonna install some line sets today.
Not true at all. I mean, true, copper is copper. But
Not all line sets are equal.
no, this is good insulation. The white stuff just disintegrates.
Yeah, not all.
And then there's the black
insulation
stuff
is
that's
good.
not shiny. It rips apart.
We're absolutely crazy. It took us an hour to run all of this. This is mini split wire. It connects the outdoor unit downstairs with the indoor unit that will actually sit right here. And those are the line sets that also connect the two halves of the unit. The Junius is making our second return plenum / filter box. They take a minute, but they look so nice. And it's super custom. Gotta get rid of the dangers. No bueno.
This is gonna be in children's rooms. I trust my future kids to be smart, but if someone else buys this house someday, I don't think their kids will be very smart.
What in the world?
Ooh!
Good work. And that took about, what, half the time of the first one? Professional duct maker.
Why?
I installed the third disconnect tonight and also put in the last duct run to our kitchen. It's for a toe kick register, so we've been putting it off because it was going to be a bit in our way.
Look, the return. There's this big one here. Right behind here, there's a through the wall return. And this comes over here and picks up return air here above the doorway. And then there's a jumper that goes from here over here to the master bedroom. And that's through flex duct, so hopefully noise is minimized. And then this is connected through this plenum. There's the filter compartment. So the air comes in there, comes down to the machine, distributed. Now we just need to tape all this up, secure it a bit more, good to go.
Woohoo!
This bender, this is a stock format, can bend an inside corner like that. But if you run it into stuff, that's no good. But it has two extra pieces you can put on that flip this, puts this here and this here, so you can mount it on the outside and bend from there. Gets you a lot more access to stuff. I like it. I'll show the action inside here. Inside the hole. This is an eccentric flaring tool. So instead of just going straight in and flaring it all at the same time, it moves around. You can see it working the copper into the flaring die. And a special feature, once it smashes it down enough, this pops out of place, limits how much torque you put in there. It just popped out. So you reverse it. Voila. And then pull that off. A nice smooth flare. And the nut fits right on it.
Beautiful. I forgot to get a video of Aaron brazing these connections, so you're just gonna have to trust me that they are good brazes back there. Aaron hooked up all the line sets today. I put this fancy little boot on the house. Still need to screw it down, but that should keep water and air from going into the house. And then I also hooked up almost all of the electrical. This one still needs its mini split wires, these guys, but we don't have the things to go in here to make that airtight and watertight. And then this one, also the main one, is hooked up. This one's a lot cleaner looking in here, but I still need to hook up this one's thermostat wire right here. Once again, we're missing some of the things, so can't put it through here yet.
This is 1/4 inch flare fitting. These are like 3/8. So you have to put an adapter on here. And this is a core removal tool, but I'm going to be using it for pulling a vacuum and hooking my micron gauge.
He's hooking up multiple to pull a vacuum faster.
Yeah, this is my main pole right here on the bigger line. And then I'm going to hook up a second hose here onto the small line. That way I'm pulling vacuum from both sides of the metering device, because it's a EEV, so electronic expansion valve, and it seems to be closed down pretty tight, not letting a whole lot of air to be pulled out past it. Hooked up, got the ballast valve open, so when you're pulling a vacuum and you're above 1500 microns, you keep the ballast valve open and it pulls the vacuum faster and keeps impurities from getting in your vacuum oil. Not all pumps have that. I really like to use these easy traps from Rector Seal because they have all these caps so you can just pop open to clean them, and they come with a brush, and you can tell if they're getting dirty because they're clear. Real nice. And they're a very deep trap, so there's no chance that the unit will suck the water out of it.
Aaron's moving the upstairs units into place. They're a little bit weird because this unit serves both this bedroom and the bathroom over there, and then the unit in that room serves this front office area and that bedroom.
I'll throw some Nylog blue on there.
What's that do?
It is a gasket and thread sealant compatible with all refrigerants. So I just put that right on the seat. Probably not really necessary, but you know, people swear by it, so whatever.
Very nice. I'd be so stressed about this cross-threading.
Can't really cross thread them.
Too hard of a material?
You would know. 1/4 inch. I torque that to 11.8 foot-pounds.
All done. Just have to hook up the thermostat wire somewhere. Aaron's currently pressure testing nitrogen to make sure all the line sets are good.
400 psi, and these two right here. This one's not pressurized because they're separate. And I'm just gonna take the pressure off the valve core, remove the line so I can put my digital gauges on here and do a leak check.
And he's not a fan of this design because there's this like bump back, so it's really hard to get a valve core removal tool in there.
It's impossible.
Can't go in Fujitsu.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really selling any more Fujitsu stuff. bad design choices, Fujitsu. So this is called a temperature compensated pressure test. So it takes into account the temperature of the line. So if that was to change, say if it changed 10 degrees, the pressure would, if it went down 10 degrees, the pressure would go down a little bit, and that would show up as a leak. But if you know the temperature went down, then you know it's not a leak. And it's all digital, so I know high pressure 391, temperature is 85 point. Well, it's going down. This was in my hot van, so gotta let it acclimate to the temperature of the line. And then we'll start the pressure check.
How long's it gotta be?
10 minutes once I start. So once that temperature kind of reaches equilibrium.
How much fluctuation is okay?
Fluctuation?
In nitrogen, like 0? You want it to move 0?
Plus or minus 1%.
So not a ton.
So
4 PSI.
no more than 4 PSI. Alright, so here's my vacuum setup. Use these angled core depressors with my core remover tool. Vacuum straight in the back, micron gauge on the side, and I can isolate the vacuum just like that. Got the upstairs thermostats temporarily installed so that we can test these bad boys out. There's the one here in the east room and this one here in the west room. Got the power on. Now it's just time to put the disconnect in. All right, it's doing its startup. Go run upstairs and check the thermostats. There it is, condensation's coming out. Should be working pretty well then.
The second upstairs east bedroom unit is running now. So super cool. We just need to extend the pants on these 2 units. And completely finished the ductwork, so he's disassembling his table.
All the breakers for air conditioner equipment is hooked up now. So we have, here's 50 amps for the air handler. That also handles the backup heat strips that are in it. And this is the outdoor unit, first floor AC. And that's 25 amps, that's what the equipment says, so 25 amp break for that. And then this is the second floor unit, so the 2 air handlers upstairs. And those air handlers are powered by the outdoor unit, so they don't get their own circuit like the air handler has. And that's a 20 amp. And then while I was in here, I had to place a couple other wires, so I hooked the dryer up. And because the feed for the apartment is so unwieldy, I hooked that up too. So there's 90 amps for that.
The box is looking pretty full already.
And there's a lot to go.
Suspicious.
More down here.
Thanks. Thermostat's on. The unit is ready to run.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not running right now. Do your thing, bud. It's running.
I finally got this thing working. Turns out there's just dip switches in here and in the indoor unit that need to be set the same thing. And at some point I had switched it. I don't know. So they're both off and the thermostat's a communicating thermostat. So this thing's like working, I guess.
Didn't you say that thermostat type was like brand new too?
Yeah. So all the information I found out about it is like less than 3 months old. So it's quite new to the market. There's not a whole lot. The instruction manual doesn't tell you how to set it up. I had to watch like a really boring 1.5-hour video online to figure out how to do it. I only needed about 2 minutes of that video, but hey, here we are.
And ours is like a knockoff Flex unit, so we
It's
haven't
not really knockoff. It's just
rebadged.
unbadged.
Unbadged.
It says nowhere.
But we have an actual Flex
Yeah, it's
thermostat.
a Flex, marketed by ACIQ, which is sold through HVAC Direct. So if you get this unit, which is an R32 heat pump, It's the same thing as the GreeFlex Ultra R32, which is their newest, most advanced model.
But this unit on HVAC Direct didn't have a thermostat, so you had to get the actual Gree one.
Yeah, which apparently, watching the video from Gree, they said that the first batch of units that they had ordered in the United States didn't come with the communicating thermostat, but the next batches would. So they were telling people how to switch it over to 24 volt control, which I didn't want to do that because 24 volt just gives the compressor an on or off signal, and it takes away all the fine tuning that these inverter driven compressors can do. So just like air conditioners create condensation on the inside, the heat pump in heat mode creates condensation on the outside if conditions are right. And look at that. It's about 70 degrees out here, and this 55-degree coil is just dripping water.
This one's running, this one's running, this one's hooked up, but it'll eventually do in-floor heat stuff and not like air source, so
if you want to see some heat pump shenanigans and possibly messing up this poor little air conditioner, stay tuned to see some more.
Yeah, it'll be a minute,
stuff.
But eventually we'll have in-floor heat with that. So exciting! We've had our first floor unit running on dehumidify mode for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's already pulled that much water out of the air. Good work, little unit.